Hi YouTube, this is Angie the Anti-Theist, and I'm answering a video from Liberty U alum 7. Uh, Hi. Uh, Sorry that you went to Jerry Falwell's institution. Hopefully you'll get over that. I want to say I really did like the animation style and the visual look of your video. I don't know what software program you're using, but I should definitely look into something like that myself, because I know a few people have told me they're a little bored just watching a talking head. Getting into the actual substance, your video is, where do atheists get their morality? But I checked in the comments section, and you did state very clearly that you are in no way saying that atheists are incapable of being moral or having morals or anything like that. Instead, you're questioning where the innate sense of right and wrong that an atheist has come from. So what you're really asking, and what I'm really going to answer, is not where do atheists get their morality, where do people get our morality? I think you and I would both agree that whatever the source, it's a common source for both atheists and Christians and non-Christian believers. I would hope that we could agree on that. You stated that you did not see evolution and, as being a plausible explanation for morality, because you said that, well, you said that evolution is just a process of chance, and that is factually, categorically wrong. It's a common mistake. It's one that I had. It's curable. I recommend talkorigins.org and videos by Thunderfoot and CDK007. Those guys are awesome. You should totally subscribe to their videos. Yeah, so evolution is not just a process of chance. And you brought up a oft-repeated argument that, well, if, evolution just says that, the strongest will survive, and so you should just kill people and have more resources. And it's, well, there's a lot of different things that are wrong with that claim. One of them is we are social creatures. No man is an island. However you want to put it, the body should, works together. However you want to say it, people get along best when we're with people. We like people. We function as families and cultures and societies and cooperative groups. We can get a lot more out of life by working together. If I try to individually, grow all my own vegetables and, have a sheep to make my own clothes and whatnot all by myself in my little patch of land, it's going to be much harder for me to move beyond subsistence level living. Whereas if I work cooperatively with others, we can share resources, we can take turns with pieces of equipment, we can rely on each other's strengths and weaknesses, and maybe somebody who's particularly skilled in one area. We can begin to do things like focus on training more extensively, so that instead of every person, knowing a little bit of basic first aid, you can now have everybody knowing that, and a few people who, because they're not having to grow crops or, shear sheep, can focus on becoming doctors. I mean, we work better together. We are social creatures. We are cooperative. We get along. We like to get along. We like to have friends and lovers and playmates. And so, because those people don't want to get murdered or have their stuff taken or their rights trampled on, or etc., they don't want to be enslaved, etc., over time, as individuals and culturally and societally, and we change. We realize, oh, hey, you know what? I really wouldn't want to be a slave. We know that empathy, the ability to see things from another person's point of view, to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, is an evolved trait. We can see as it develops in children. An 18-month-old baby will, a 7-month-old might start to offer you Cheerios when he or she is eating them, because they might think that maybe you would like some too. An 18-month-old will be distressed at the sound of another child crying. That's before they've been brainwashed into any particular religion or not. That's innate. But I don't think it comes from any God, and definitely not the Bible God. That guy's a prick. I'll go into that more later if you'd like. But suffice it to say, he is not my standard of morality. Using my own morality, using my own innate sense of right and wrong, and my own developed and conscious thoughts about different issues, and careful consideration and research, and, learning more about things like the pro-choice issue, which I've changed my mind on over the years. I was anti-choice when I was younger. I'm pro-choice now. That changed as I, gathered more information and continued to learn about things. So using that, that ability to change and shape my own morals and my own values, and to use those to evaluate the world around me, I cannot see the Christian God as being moral, much less the arbiter of morality. The Christian God is, jealous, petty, vindictive, dictatorial. He's not like the 1 Corinthians 13 description of love. He is not slow to anger and rich in love. He turned Lot's wife into a pillar of salt for turning around to see her home city get burned to the ground as, oh yeah, the loving God was destroying it, as he destroyed so many places in the book of yours. So yes, not only do I have my own sense of morality, as a product of being an evolved social animal creature, as a result of having the cognitive ability to reason and talk out with others and come up with rules that we agree on, and to shape those rules and change them as we see fit. For example, I would love to see Don't Ask, Don't Tell overturned, and I would love to see same-sex marriage protected under the U.S. Constitution for all. Those are laws that, where morality is shifting, where how our society feels about something is changing. We know that this happens. I don't see why that would let you think that there was some kind of objective morality when there's not a common set of rules shared by everybody. So that would be my answer. Not only do I have morality, it isn't from your God, and I use that morality to evaluate your God. I have judged him and found him wanting. So I look forward to your response. I hope you didn't entirely waste your money on that education, and that you get some great use out of it as a counter-apologist later in life. Everybody on YouTube, have a great and godless day. And remember, just because we don't believe in God doesn't mean we don't have morals. Peace.